What's up, guys? My name is Jay Collier. I am a photographer from Washington, D.C. Today, I'm going to go over a couple things. First, I want to give you some initial follow-up on my Canon R6 review that I did in my previous video. And then I want to give you 3 tips on how you can kind of get started on a photography business today. So 3 things that you want to remember. If that's important to you, if you think that's cool, let's talk. Okay, what's up? So I just want to start off by talking a little bit about the Canon R6 after my review video that I posted previously. If you haven't checked that out yet, definitely go back. There's a train passing by. Why is there always a train passing by during my videos? There's seriously like always a train passing by during my videos. But anyway, there's nothing I can really do about that thing, so we're just gonna wait until it goes away. All right, so now that that train has finally passed by, I just want to go back and talk about my R6 review. If you haven't already checked that out, please make sure to go check out the R6 review. I don't know, it'll be in the description or I'll put it up here, whatever seems more convenient for my fledgling YouTube mind. But anyway, the 1.1.1 firmware update came out just this past week or maybe the week before, and essentially what that did was just kind of upgraded I don't really know what it did overall, but I'm going to, I'm not even going to get technical because that's not what this channel is about. I'm not going to go through the technicalities of what that's done. You can watch Gerald Undone, or like, you know, you can watch Jared Polin if you want something more specific like that. I'm just giving you raw facts, and you know, so you can kind of decide for yourself if this seems good for you. But anyway, I had before, as you saw in my last video, I had before the overheat warning that pops up on the screen. It starts blinking. It tells you that this camera is hot and it's going to overheat, and then you can't shoot, and that's no bueno. But I have a good update, because after this weekend of filming, I have had no issues at all with that overheat warning. So I shot a wedding. I was shooting all day for like 8 or 9 hours outside in Richmond, and nothing at all. Seems that things are on the up and up. At first, maybe I thought it had something to do with using RF lenses versus non-RF lenses, or just some of the bigger ones, or maybe the lens size or the weight or something had something to do with it. I was trying all kinds of different combinations, but it seems to me that things are kind of okay on all fronts now, which is really good news. So for an update for anyone who's thinking about getting the R6, or if you have an R6 and you're just looking for some experience from someone who did a lot of shooting with it over the past weekend, past the update, the firmware update 1.1.1, then I have good news for you. It seems like we have remedied, at least for shooting stills, we have a remedy. So that's very good. Moving forward, in this video, I just wanted to chat with you about 3 easy tips that can help you start a photography business today. Now, when I was first starting out my business, you know, you really go for like YouTube videos like this that might explain something to you, or you try to source around for friends and see what you can find out. But I've put together 3 tips that I hope I can kind of give you some advice, or just give you, you know, somewhere to start that's more than, oh, you just got to start it today, you know? Everybody says that, and you know, it's really not enough to hear that. You know, it's just not enough. It's not enough. You need more. You need more. So basically, I want to break it down into 3 short categories. I want to talk about content, I want to talk about networking, and I want to talk about marketing. So content, networking, and marketing. Those are 3 things that you can get working on today, and as far as your brand, and start building it towards building a business. So number 1, content. Let's talk about content. You can't make a business without displaying content. You have to take all available assets that are in front of you, social media, websites, different, you know, Google, Yelp, if you're a wedding photographer, wedding wire, the knot, you know, thumbtack, which is something that I've used a lot. If you're curious about that, maybe I can make a video about it later. But there's a lot of different avenues and different places where you need to start displaying your content, and that's going to go a long way in building your business. Why do I say that? Because your content is only going to improve over the time that you're creating your content. It's only going to keep improving. So the more that you put out, the more time that you're creating, the more opportunities you're giving yourself to grow and to get better. And honestly, that's all that matters. If I look at my work from last year and then look at something from this year, maybe, okay, I'll put up 2 photos. This one is from when I first started, and this one is one that I just posted today. So shout out to these folks. I'll put their tags with the pictures. But you can see how just in 1 year improvements have been made, and that's because I just keep shooting. You know, shoot as much as you can, do as much as you can, keep posting your content, keep, you know, getting people's opinions, keep working with other people. You're gonna grow. Honestly, it's the first one, but it really could be all of them, because I could talk about this for probably 10 minutes. Creating content, no matter what the cost, no matter what, you know, what people might say or what people might think, continuing to create content is only going to make you better in the long run. So definitely that's why it's number 1, content. Number 2, I'm going to go with networking. And networking with number 3, marketing, can kind of tie themselves together, but I want to keep them separate because in some ways all of them kind of tie together, and you'll kind of see that as we finish here. But number 2, networking. I can tell you here today that I wouldn't have got anywhere with my photography business is if it wasn't for networking with other creators. Other creators have helped me build my business so very much. Like, when I tell you that the friends that I've made during this business, just to name a few, Dullavision, Reese.o, United Photography, those guys all became my friends just through networking. And now not only do I have great friends, but I also have different people to bounce ideas off of, different people to get influences from, and different people that I can continually learn from and communicate with. We don't all shoot the same things. Some of us shoot concerts and street photography. Others do street photography and landscapes, and others do weddings and couples. And you don't have to shoot the same things as everybody that you communicate with, but having a group of people that you can network and communicate with and grow together really goes a long way. And that's only the beginning of networking. Even farther than that, I had to teach myself, everywhere I go, I should be telling people that I'm a photographer. I try to slip it into the dumbest of conversations. I'll have a waiter or a bartender that'll serve me my drinks, and it'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just in town for the day because I'm a photographer." I don't care whether it's relevant or not, but sometimes it's going to be relevant, because you just never know, like, who is going to hear that and be like, "Oh, I might need some photography. Let me get this guy's card." And that has happened more times than I can count just from bringing it up in conversation. So just definitely don't be afraid to shout yourself out and to be your own cheerleader, because you're going to grow and continue to build that web of influence by knowing more people and meeting more people. And the third way that you kind of accomplish this is by working with clients. Every time you work with a client, think of it like you're growing a web. If you have one client here, and then you work with them and they love your work, and then they introduce you to, or they know 2 or 3 other people that now have seen your work. Think about it that way. Exponentially, it's all going to grow. So those 2 or 3 people all, you know, post the pictures maybe, and then 2 or 3 other people see it, and then 2 or 3 other people from all those. You get the point. You see how it grows. And so never being afraid to put your work out there and to post it, which links you back to the first one, to content. Put that content out, people are gonna see it, you're gonna be working with new people, they're gonna grow. You see where we're going, We're building all off of number 1. And now number 2, with networking, you can see how you can take that content and you can push that forward to meet more people and to grow that way as well. So now we'll move on to number 3, which is marketing. You might be saying, "Jay, marketing you're kind of using your content to market. You're kind of using the network that you've built up to market." And I would say to you exactly, you're using the content that you've built and the networking that you've had to now market with all of that, I can't even talk, all of that material. So you're gonna take that content that you've created, and you're gonna take those contacts that you've either, those clients that you've worked with or those people that you've networked with, and you're gonna take that and use those people as a target audience to grow. And that's how you're gonna market. So say that whether or not you're running Facebook ads or Instagram ads or Yelp ads or Google ads, however you choose to market yourself, even if it's holding a sign that says, "Hi, I'm a photographer and I want to shoot fashion clients in Washington, DC," and you stand on a corner in Washington, DC, that's marketing. Anytime you're advertising a service, and in any way you're trying to bring in clients, you're marketing yourself. So I challenge you to just take all of those things together and to market yourself in a way, is positive for your business. Now, you might have nothing. You might be starting today and you might say, "Jay, like, how do I get this started?" Well, I bring you back to number one. I tell you to create content, and then I tell you to ask that one person that maybe you took a picture of to share it on their Instagram or to share it on their Facebook. And then once they've shared that, you're marketing. You're taking that content and you're spinning that in a way to market you and to market your business. So that's all you have to do. That's literally all you have to do. So really, I gave you 3 points, but it's really 1 point. It's create content and keep creating content, because your content, when you share that and when you use that to present yourself to other people, will market yourself and will help you grow as a business. So I really hope that you learned something from this. If you did, let me know what you learned in the comments below. And most importantly, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, click the subscription button, please. My last video, I was really stoked because I gained like 16 followers, but I have nothing. I have nothing right now. So we can only go up from here. So you can help me by going up by 1. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoy this content. If you want to see something more like this, maybe let me know in the comments below as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be here creating weekly videos. Hopefully I can get to a point where I'm creating more than one, but for right now, weekly videos is all I got. So if you want to know what's going to be in the next one, or if you want to suggest, let me know as well. But make sure to follow me on Instagram at @jwesco_. I'm on Facebook at the same thing, and we can chat. If you have questions, be sure. I'm always on the stories, always chatting on there, always giving out business tips, and just generally having a good time. So thank you so much. Felt like a reporter. Thank you so much, and we will be back next week. I'm Jay Collins.